Welcome to Brake Check. My name is Brian, and we are driving the brand new, not even brand new, all new 2021 Nissan Rogue. Some things that are new about the Nissan Rogue is that it no longer has a third row, and it's actually gotten a little bit smaller than its predecessor, which I don't think is such a bad thing. When this segment gets so big, it kind of makes it hard to go up another level, so it makes sense for Nissan to taper down a little bit. Now, right away, one of the first things I noticed is the heads-up display, which is pretty cool. It's clear to read. It is broad daylight. We are just outside of Austin, Texas, so the sun is very real here, and it's not fading out in broad daylight, no problem. Next thing to notice is the digital instrument cluster has a very interesting tachometer and speedo setup. It's almost like a rotary dial at a 45-degree angle on left and right. This is a CVT. This seems a little less rubber bandy, which is good. A lot more livable, especially for a gearhead that appreciates shifting. So it's kind of nice to see that they've refined that a little bit. There's a two-tone interior in here. It is a quilted black perforated leather seats with a brown two-tone on the dash, which actually looks really good. The touchscreen is not tacked on, but not fully integrated. It's kind of splitting the difference. But it has interesting angles on it. It's low enough that it's not obtrusive to your view. It's pretty good. I like it. The HVAC controls have a gloss finish to them, but they look really nice. And this thing's been in and out of all day by different media outlets, and they're still very clean, which is neat. You do see what looks to be exposed wood trim, but it's actually smooth, which tells you it's not actually wood, but it is really deceiving. It looks like it's like an ash wood. It's really good. Now, I am 6'4". I have what I like to refer to as torso tall, which is more height in my hip to my head than my hip to my toes. And legroom is not a problem, neither is headroom. This thing has a sunroof and there's plenty of headroom. The seat gets low enough. So extra points on that one, Nissan. So many manufacturers miss that. Good job. I really, as a tall person, I appreciate it. So let's think about the competition. We recently reviewed the Kia Seltos, and this is a direct competitor to the Seltos. Very, very much so. So I'm going to think of that a lot in this review. The RAV4 is in that neighborhood as well. The Ford Escape's in there. Kind of the Bronco Sport that's not out yet. It's kind of in there. Based on segment at least. Subaru Crosstrek. Now, for the urbanite that doesn't care about camping, this is an obvious choice over the Crosstrek. If you want to go camping and hit some mud and some dirt, then you might consider the Subaru over this. But to me, I think the Seltos is a better competitor. Now, I'll just be blunt about it. In terms of dynamics, the Seltos feels a little more dynamic in the short time I've driven this car. And largely due to the CVT. The CVT just gives an impression of disconnected. But the upside to a CVT is that in stop and go traffic, there is never a gear shift jolt to the operators. It's very smooth. It's actually quite luxurious. So make fun of it all you want. It has its place. And I imagine for someone that commutes in urban traffic, this is going to be great. They're going to love this. It's very, very comfortable. Does have heated seats. Does not have ball chillers, but that's okay. Most cars in the segment don't even have it as an option. Wow, turning radius is great. Extra points on that. Very softly sprung. Feels very luxurious, which I didn't see that coming at all. Very impressed with that. Now, the second row does have a lot of room. Because there's not a third row as well as a second row, there's more room for that second row. Okay, I've got the Monroney right here. This particular unit is $36,000 and change, but it is loaded out completely. Let's see. Has a 2.5 liter 16 valve 4-cylinder, 181 horse, 181 torque, nice and even there. Pro Pilot Assist, front and rear sonar, quilted Nappa anti-aniline leather. Nappa leather, that's impressive. Wireless charging pad, wireless Apple CarPlay, it's a plus. You know, one of the pet peeves we've gotten to have with cars recently is they'll have wireless charging, but not wireless Apple CarPlay. So by the time you plug it in, why have the wireless charging? So kudos on that. So how's acceleration? Let's just see. It's a CVT, but it's not completely dead off the line, which is nice. For reference, my wife has a 2015 Honda Accord with a CVT, which is not a terrible CVT, but off the line it really does sacrifice out of the whole acceleration. This does better than that. I will say, as far as CVTs go, this is significantly better than the ones that you think of when you think of a CVT in a bad way. This is not at that point, so good job on that. it feels quite luxurious. I think that's the real takeaway, is that it's more luxurious than you expect. It's more luxurious than I expected, that is for sure. Thank you for watching. My name is Brian, and this has been Brake Check at the Texas Truck Rodeo from Texas Auto Riders. If you like this content or want to see anything else from this event, please stay tuned and subscribe for more. Have a great day.